It's a story that has confused good men for a long time. You see a smart, kind, and beautiful woman, and you watch her walk right past the stable, caring guys and straight into the arms of a bad boy. The guy who is a little bit dangerous, a little bit unpredictable, and a whole lot of trouble. You ask yourself, and you ask your friends, why? Why does she choose the guy who will probably break her heart instead of the guy who would treat her right? It feels like a puzzle that doesn't make sense. It seems like women say they want a nice guy, but their actions show they want the exact opposite. But the truth is, it's not that simple. The attraction to the bad boy isn't a conscious choice to be treated poorly. It's a deep, powerful pull driven by a mix of brain chemistry, deep-seated instincts, and hidden emotional patterns. And if you want to truly understand it, you have to stop looking at the surface and start looking at the hidden reasons why. The first and most important thing to understand is this. Women are not attracted to the badness itself. They are not attracted to being disrespected, ignored, or cheated on. No one enjoys that. What they are attracted to are the powerful qualities that bad boys often show. Think about the classic bad boy. He is confident, almost to the point of being arrogant. He is independent. He has his own life, his own goals, and he doesn't seem to need anyone's approval. He is assertive. He knows what he wants, and he isn't afraid to go after it. He has a certain kind of strength, an edge that makes him seem like he can handle anything. These qualities, confidence, independence, assertiveness, and strength, are incredibly attractive. They send a signal to a woman's brain that this is a man who is capable, a man who can protect, a man who can survive. Now think about the common idea of the nice guy. He is often seen as the opposite. He can come across as not having much confidence, needing to be told he's good enough all the time. He might seem weak, letting others walk all over him. He can be clingy, waiting by the phone for her to call. While his heart is in the right place, the feeling he gives off is one of weakness, not strength. So when a woman has to choose between a man who seems strong and a man who seems weak, her brain, on a deep gut level, will almost always be more drawn to the strength. The problem is that the bad boy has taken over these attractive qualities. He uses them to pull women in, but he doesn't have the good character to back them up. The real lesson here isn't that you need to be bad to be attractive. The lesson is that you need to be strong. And the funny thing is, many women who have been through this cycle will tell you the same thing. They'll say, I didn't want a bad man. I wanted a man who felt strong enough to make me feel safe. The bad boy just happened to be the closest thing she could find to that feeling, even though it was only a fantasy. This attraction is made even more powerful by a process in the brain that works just like an addiction. It's based on getting a reward, only some of the time, which makes it unpredictable. Imagine a scientist studying a rat in a cage. If the rat pushes a lever and gets a food pellet every single time, it will push the lever when it's hungry. But if the rat pushes the lever and only sometimes gets a food pellet, it will become obsessed. It will push the lever again and again, not knowing when the reward will come. The not knowing is what makes it so addictive. This is exactly what happens in the brain when dealing with a bad boy. A good stable guy is predictable. He texts back. He calls when he says he will. He's consistent. After a while, the brain gets used to this. The feel-good chemical in the brain, which is released when we get rewards, stops being produced as much because the reward is a sure thing. It can start to feel boring. The bad boy, on the other hand, is the king of being unpredictable. He'll shower her with attention one day, making her feel like the most special person in the world. Then he'll disappear for 3 days. He'll text back instantly and then leave her on read for hours. Her brain doesn't know when the next reward, his attention, is coming, so it starts to crave it. When he finally does give her that attention, her brain gets a huge rush of that feel-good chemical. It feels exciting, thrilling, like she's won something. She isn't addicted to him. She's addicted to the emotional roller coaster of not knowing what he'll do next. Her brain has been trained to connect the feeling of waiting and worrying with the pleasure of the reward. This is why a woman can feel a much stronger spark with a bad boy than with a nice guy. It's not a sign of a deeper connection. It's a sign of a deeper addiction. And this is also why the end of a relationship with a bad boy can feel so terrible. It's not just heartbreak, it's withdrawal. Her brain is literally going through the same process as someone coming off a drug. The emptiness she feels isn't because he was the love of her life. It's because her brain is craving the next hit of that unpredictable reward. This chemical addiction is layered on top of a much older, deeper programming from our ancient past. For thousands of years, a woman's survival and the survival of her children depended on choosing the right partner. Her brain developed a powerful subconscious scanner that was always looking for signs of a man's strength and ability to survive. What were those signs? Confidence, being a leader, and a willingness to take risks. A man who was confident and in charge was more likely to have food and shelter and to be able to protect his family. A man who was willing to take risks was more likely to be brave and to succeed in a dangerous world. These qualities signaled that he had good genes. The bad boy, with his confident walk, his rebellious attitude, and his lack of fear, is a modern-day version of this ancient signal. His behavior, while not always great for society, screams to the most primal part of her brain. This man is strong. This man is a survivor. This is especially true for women in their younger years, when the biological urge to find a strong partner is at its peak. Research has shown that younger women are much more attracted to men who show these dark qualities, like being narcissistic and manipulative, than older women are. As women get older and have more life experience, what they look for in a partner changes. They start to value long-term stability, kindness, and a man they can count on over the short-term thrill of good genes. But for a younger woman, the bad boy's dangerous edge can feel less like a warning sign and more like a sign of a man who is exciting and alive. And then, there is the hidden emotional pattern that often happens without anyone realizing it. The push and pull between someone who is anxious in relationships and someone who avoids getting too close. The way we connect with others is often based on our earliest childhood experiences. If a child has parents who are inconsistent, sometimes warm and loving, other times cold and distant, they can grow up feeling anxious about being abandoned. As an adult, they feel a deep fear of being left alone and need to be told over and over that they are loved. The bad boy, who is often emotionally distant and avoids getting too close, is like a magnet for the person with this anxious feeling. The bad boy's behavior, pulling her in close, then pushing her away, feels strangely familiar. It brings back the same emotional roller coaster of their childhood. The worry of the chase, the desperate need to win his approval, feels like love because it's the only kind of love they've ever known. They might even get caught in the fantasy of being the one to fix him. They think, he's only like this because he's been hurt. If I just love him enough, he'll change. Or they might believe that they can be the one special person who finally makes him want to stay. This desire to heal the broken man is a powerful and often destructive fantasy. It makes them feel needed and special, but it almost always ends in heartbreak because the bad boy's behavior isn't a cry for help, it's just who he is. So, what is the way out of this puzzle? For men, the answer is not to become a bad boy. It's not to become a manipulative, uncaring person. The answer is to become what you could call a powerful good guy. This is the man who understands the difference between being nice and being good. A nice guy is often weak. He avoids arguments. He just wants everyone to like him, and he puts others' needs before his own too much. A good guy is strong. He is kind, but he is not a pushover. He has all the attractive qualities of the bad boy, the confidence, the independence, the assertiveness, but he uses them for good. He is confident, but it's a quiet confidence, not a loud arrogance. He is independent, but he is also able to have a deep and committed relationship. He is assertive, but he respects other people's boundaries. He has his own purpose, his own goals in life, and a woman is an amazing addition to that life, not the whole thing. This is the man who creates a feeling of safety and stability, while still being exciting and unpredictable in positive ways. He is the man who can be both a rock and a river. He doesn't need to play games to keep her interested because his depth, his ambition, and his genuine care for her are more than enough. When you can build that kind of strength inside yourself, you stop competing with the bad boys. You're playing a different game entirely. You are offering something that is much harder to find and much more valuable, a love that is both exciting and safe, a love that can actually last. What do you think? Have you ever found yourself drawn to a bad boy or a bad girl, even when you knew it wasn't a good idea? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else see this pattern in their own life. And if you found this valuable, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video.